Welcome. I have really wanted to do a video on this derailleur. It's the Shimano Exage 400LX. It was a group that existed in the very beginning of the early 90s. Shimano actually had a whole series of groups running from 100 to 500LX. 500LX being the higher end group. This one is quite interesting as on the inside the spring is the older version styled springs that they had on the inside of the parallelogram plates, and also at the back it's stamped SGS, which signifies a long cage derailleur. So this one's pretty beaten up. It's missing the barrel wheel adjuster at the back here. I'm going to find a replacement and we're going to give it a clean and a rebuild and put it back to its life, hopefully. I'm going to begin by removing the jockey wheels. So we're going to undo the bolts using a number 8 wrench. I'm going to take off that anchor bolt. Now we're going to remove the jockey wheel cage and the bolt that's on the interior. To do that, we're going to undo this Phillips styled bolt right there, and to do that we're going to open it up and take off this stopper. Release the tension. There's another Phillips right here screw that we need to take off. Can you believe there's still the original grease in here? We're now going to take the top bolt off and we're going to need to remove that clip. So you'll need a flat-headed screwdriver or something similar in nature to be able to do that. Now we'll take that off. I'm going to try and take off this screw here, though it looks very rusty. We can lift this up now. Seems like it can come out now. Ooh. Okay. So we've got the seal here. Seal's very stuck on here, and the spring. Okay, I can take it off. There you go. So we've got the seal and the spring. We can now lift out the pivoting bolt for the hanger, and there should be a seal right here. There you go. Got the seal. Right, we're going to move on to cleaning now. I'll let you get on with that, and I will let these parts soak up in some soapy water overnight, and then I'm going to do the rebuild in the morning. Right, so the derailleur's been cleaned. It was extremely dirty and dry, but I managed to give it at least a better look than it had before previously. So we're going to begin now on the rebuild. I'm going to go ahead and put lubricant on all the pivots and springs. Okay, so I've pretty much greased everything, so let's begin on some of these parts. I'm going to get on with the harder one. So we're going to put this spring back into its place, the shorter spring. There's only one hole at the back of this knuckle, and that's where I'm going to put the tip of that spring. So on the other side of that there's a seal, so I'm going to put that seal down, and then we're going to put the hanger bolt through. So here there's a seal. I might not be able to get it on without tightening that spring. I think I will need to tighten that spring up before it goes free. Oh, it's gone down. It's good. So put that down. Next is this part. Get a plier ready for putting down the clip after. Okay, so now I'm going to use a Allen key wrench. I'm going to put it through that hole where the screw was going before, and using my hand I'm going to be able to turn this part round towards the anti-clockwise, and then we want that stopper that's right here to go over this part towards here. So I put that through. Okay, so now I'm going to turn and then push down, and now I've latched onto the end part there. It's gone over, and now we can hold this down with our finger. You can get rid of the Allen key wrench, and now we can get that clip, circlip, put it behind, plier to push this down. Okay, that's good. Okay, now for the lower knuckle, we're going to put the spring in, and my one seems to have a part that's a little bit more inwards. That part there is going to stay on the top, and the part that's larger is going to go at the bottom. So push that through. And the other tip goes into the hole at the back here. So now we're going to put the other tip of the spring into one of these two holes. So on the left hole will be more tensioned. I'm going to do that. So once you've done that, you need to align this bottom part where the screw is going to go, and put that screw in place. Okay, now we're going to need to install this stopper. So in this position here, you're going to turn towards there. The derailleur, I'm going to put this against something to hold it down while I place this stopper in the right position, or into that hole. So now that should be stopping like this. Put the jockey wheels back into place. Remember, put the G pulley or centeron jockey wheel on the top. Put the anchor bolt back on. Barrel adjuster. Okay, so the build is complete. It's looking a lot better than it was before. I think I'm going to put a bit more grease here. It does look kind of dry. Bit of lubricant, sorry. So thank you for listening, and I hope that you are also able to service your Exage 400 LX derailleur. Until next time, peace out.